Hello everyone. Today we will be reviewing Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. Intimidator 305 is a gigacoaster built by Intamin, reaching heights of 305 feet tall and speeds of 90 miles an hour. And this may just be the most intense coaster in the world. Too intense for most guests, actually. After its first year of operation, the first turn after the drop was actually reprofiled. It instead climbed up earlier into the first airtime hill to help reduce the G-forces. Intimidator 305 begins with a very energetic voice telling you to start your engines before going up the cable lift hill. Recently, the ride-ups have said the word ladies before that voice announces, which I think is pretty neat. A cable lift brings you to the top of the 305-foot tall lift hill rather quickly. After the 2010 season, the lift was slowed a bit to, once again, help reduce the G-forces. The views aren't exactly spectacular as you're just in an open field. However, if you look to your right, you will get a good view of the water park. Upon cresting the lift hill, you head down the 300-foot drop. Other than this one element, this is easily a front row ride. Back row riders get a great pop of ejector airtime as they're pulled down the drop. Front row riders will only get some graceful floater airtime. After the drop, you head into the infamous 270-degree turn. I am convinced that it's impossible to not gray out here. This element pulls around 4 Gs, which may not sound like much. However, when Gs like that are sustained, it easily causes me to gray out. I got a total of 7 rides on Intimidator 305 on my visit to King's Dominion. On my 5th ride, which was consecutive, I actually blacked out and didn't gain it back until the speed hill 5 to 10 seconds afterwards. In the very front row, the sense of speed is absolutely unreal. After the infamous turn, you travel through a camelback that goes under the ride's lift hill. This is a very underrated element of the ride. This hill is around half the height of the ride's lift hill, which means the train will absolutely fly over it. The entire train gets some powerful sustained ejector airtime. You then drop down to the left, getting some okay positive Gs. Then you will travel through a quick speed hill, which offers a faint pop of airtime for all. You then snap to the left through another high-speed turn, getting even more strong positive Gs. After the turn, you violently snap to the right and turn again. This snap somehow offers an abrupt pop of airtime with some laterals. You then go through an S-curve, which gives you a slight breather before snapping again to the right, and once again giving you an abrupt pop of airtime with some laterals. You then travel through another low to the ground turn, getting some more solid positive Gs. You then enter a camelback that is trimmed very hard. I completely understand the trim being there, since the last few elements of the ride will be violent as is. More on that later. The camelback offers some floater airtime rising up to it up front, and some floater descending out of it in the back. You then travel through another hill, offering some floater airtime for all, but this hill twists to the right when descending, so you get a bit of snap, with some faint laterals as well. The turn itself doesn't do much, however, you suddenly go through another snap that banks to the left, offering an abrupt pop of airtime with some laterals. You then make an upwards turn to the left, and start to bank even further to the left before offering the most violent snap of the ride into the ride's final brake run. This snap offers the strongest lateral airtime on the ride, and what a way to end it! I was speechless upon hitting the brake run on all 7 of my rides. Intimidator 305 is one hell of a roller coaster. It has everything you want in a roller coaster: height, speed, a good drop, strong positive Gs, ejector airtime, floater airtime, laterals, and a decent length ride. This is my number 2 coaster overall of the 102 I've ridden as of when I'm recording this. My number 1 coaster being Twisted Timbers in the same park, which I'll make a review for in the future. I would rate this coaster, undoubtedly, a 10 out of 10. I was blown away with the ride experience, and this is a must-do coaster that roller coaster enthusiasts must ride at some point. And these are my thoughts on Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you all have a wonderful day.